Good morning students, welcome back to the class 11 subject business study. Chapter number 1, nature and purpose of business. As we have started our topic as in commerce and we have seen the role and functions of commerce, today we will see the branches of commerce. In branches of commerce, we are having a topic known as trade and trades or auxiliaries of trades. Both topics are very important to understand in a business field. So let's begin with the topic trade. What is trade? Trade means buying and selling of goods and services. Whereas what is aids or auxiliaries of trade? Aids means device or tools which are being used to support trade. Here, auxiliaries means assisting to trade. Means in short, we are having a certain supported parts which will help you to do trade. It is considered as aids to trade or auxiliaries to trade. This topic will be continued in next video, but today we will see what is trade and how does it work. So let's begin with the trade. Trade means buying and selling of goods and services. In that we are having two categories known as internal trade and external trade. So let's begin with the trade. What is trade? Trade ultimately is selling something or buying something from the market. It is considered as trade. अब ट्रेड हम लोग क्यों करते हैं? By earning, we are doing trade because of earning profits. हम बिजनेस करते हैं, प्रोडक्ट बेचते हैं, खरीदते हैं, तो ये सारी चीजें जो है वो ट्रेड में आती है. तो ट्रेड हम लोग क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि हमें पैसे की जरूरत पड़ती है, हमें प्रॉफिट अर्न करना होता है. The factors of production which you are providing in the organization and then you sell that product to earn certain profits. That is considered as trade. Buying and selling of goods and services. In this, we are having a classification of trade. In classification of trade, we are having two categories. One is internal trade, another is external trade. Let's begin with the internal trade. What is internal trade? Internal trade means within the national boundaries or within the state itself. It is known as internal trade. इंटरनल ट्रेड का मकसद यहाँ पर यह है कि जो आप अपनी कंट्री के अंदर जो बिजनेस करते हो वो सब इंटरनल ट्रेड है. इंटरनल ट्रेड मीन्स whatever you are selling and buying within the country, it is known as internal trade. In this internal trade, there are two main categories. One is wholesale trade and retail trade. We will discuss detail, but just you need to understand that internal trade is starting from the producer to the customer. I'll add two more points. One is related to production. Production will be started and your product will be created as final goods. Once the final goods reaches to the wholesaler, what happens here? आपका जो बुक्स है, जो आपका प्रोडक्ट है, वो प्रोडक्ट कंप्लीट हो जाने के बाद में वो होलसेलर के पास जाता है. होलसेलर परचेजेस इन बल्क एंड देन दिस होलसेलर सेल इनटू रिटेलर. रिटेलर परचेज दिस गुड्स फ्रॉम प्रोडक्शन टू होलसेलर, होलसेलर टू रिटेलर. रिटेलर के पास जो गुड्स आते हैं वो लिमिटेड आते हैं या लेस क्वांटिटी या स्मॉल क्वांटिटीज में आते हैं, तो वो हम लोग डिटेल में यहाँ पर पढ़ेंगे. बट after retailer, it reaches to consumer or customer or buyer, whatever you want to say. The customer is the final consumption. The customer is the final one who purchase the goods and deal with it. So production is an seller. Wholesaler is an intermediary. Retailer is an intermediary. And consumer is a buyer. You should know this concept very well, then you can understand this wholesale trade and retail trade very well. So, I hope you have understood that what production team does or what the producer does. Producer makes the product as a final goods. They sell it to wholesaler. Wholesaler sells to retailer. Retailer sells to final customer. It is a process or it is a cycle of business trade. So internal trade, I am saying, what is internal trade? Internal trade means the trade which are occurred within the country. It is considered as internal trade. Let's begin with the wholesaler. Wholesale trade are those trades which are being purchased or sell in a bulk. Here I said that wholesaler purchases from producers. Producer manufacture all the goods and wholesaler purchase that goods in a bulk on credit basis or cash basis. You are aware about cash transactions and credit transactions. Now, wholesaler purchase all the goods with the term of credit transaction or cash transaction. Most of the time they deal with credit transaction because they don't risk their business with direct cash payment. So what they do, they purchase the goods in a bulk with a credit transaction and then they make that large container into small quantities. Let's take an example. A wholesaler purchased 1 lakh units of mobile phones. What they do, 1 lakh units are being divided into thousand boxes for 100. In short, 1000 boxes are created, in that 100 mobiles are available. So this kind of short term they are doing. Once they make a small unit of 100 box, what they will do? They will distribute 10,000 or 1,000 units to different retailers in a country itself. पूरे कंट्री के अंदर वो 1000 बॉक्सेस को वो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देंगे. हर बॉक्स के अंदर 100 मोबाइल्स अवेलेबल हैं. So what will retailer do? Retailer make it on display पे रखेंगे और कस्टमर वहाँ पे जाएंगे, कस्टमर प्रोडक्ट पसंद करेंगे और पसंद करने के बाद उसको खरीद लेंगे. तो कस्टमर इज द फाइनल कंजम्पशन पर्सन हु परचेज योर गुड्स. So wholesaler purchase the goods in a bulk and make it in a small quantities and sell out to the retail trade. अब retail trade क्या है? Retail traders are those traders who purchase the goods in small quantities and they are the link between producers and customer. So what they do, they purchase in small quantities and they sell out to the final customer. So internal trade has two trade persons who are a middleman between the producer and the consumer. I hope you are understanding internal trade. Let's begin with the external trade. If internal is within the boundary, then external will be outside boundary or international market, I would say. In external trade, we are having 3 points: import, export and interport. Let's go with the example with the import. Let's begin with the import. Import means you are purchasing from different country and bring it to our country. It is considered as import. Let's take an example. Mobiles purchased from UK to India. UK is an exporter, India is an importer. So what product they are dealing? They are dealing mobile. It is considered as import. We are purchasing goods from different countries and brought to our country. It is considered as import. What is export? We are selling to different countries. It is considered as export. Export और import में दोनों में डिफरेंस है. इंपोर्ट मतलब हम लोग बाहर से प्रोडक्ट इंडिया लेकर आते हैं, whereas एक्सपोर्ट में क्या होता है, हम यहाँ से दूसरी कंट्रीज के अंदर हम लोग वो प्रोडक्ट बेचते हैं, उसको कहते हैं एक्सपोर्ट. तो एक्सपोर्ट में हम क्या करेंगे, मोबाइल परचेज की जगह पे हो जाएगा सेल्स टू यूके फ्रॉम इंडिया. हमारा जो मोबाइल का जो बिजनेस है हमने उसको एक्सपैंड किया है और इंडिया से वो यूके गया, तो ये हो जाता है आपका एक्सपोर्ट. सो होप सो यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंपोर्ट एंड एक्सपोर्ट, द डिफरेंस बिटवीन इट. एंड लास्ट पार्ट इज एंटरपोर्ट. व्हाट इज एंटरपोर्ट? एंटरपोर्ट मीन्स you are importing that product importing that product from different country and doing modification and sell out to the different country. It is considered as interport. Let's take an example very clearly here. Let's take an example, crude oil. Crude oil. What crude oil has been important here? Let's take an example over here. India purchased this crude oil from Kuwait. And then they sell it to Sri Lanka. What happens over here? What they did? Crude oil was purchased from Kuwait and brought to India. Once it reaches to India, then they are doing certain modification or they directly sell that product to Sri Lanka. It is considered as interport. इंटरपोर्ट में क्या होता है कि आप गुड्स बाहर से मंगाते हो, उसके अंदर थोड़े से चेंजेस करते हो और चेंजेस करने के बाद में उसको दूसरी कंट्री को वापस भेज देते हो, उसको आप अपनी कंट्री में यूज नहीं करते, उसको कहते हैं इंटरपोर्ट. In next lecture we will continue the part aids to auxiliaries to trade, aids or auxiliaries to trade. In that topic we will cover what kind of assistance were being given by trade. We will see in next video. That's it for today. Thank you.